Okay guys, so we're going to make some split pea soup today. I'm going to be using these potatoes. They're just dehydrated potatoes. I'm going to add some hot water to them, allow them to soak up that water, and then you just drain the excess and then you can use your potatoes. This is one of the non-perishable food items that I added to my videos recently just because they're very handy, and should something happen and you can't get potatoes, well, you've got dehydrated potatoes that are super easy to use. So I'm going to include those in the recipe. And then the star of the show, of course, we have our split peas. And these are green split peas, and it's just like a Walmart brand that I bought, and I'm going to use 2 cups of those. Hopefully I have 2 cups left in my bag. If not, I'm just going to mix a little bit of lentils with it if I do run out, but I think I should be fine. And then I'm going to add some garlic, which I'm going to saute in the Instant Pot, and some onion powder. I'm going to throw in paprika because you guys know I pretty much use paprika in like everything. And then what do we have here? Some Himalayan pink salt, crushed red pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of those flakes. And then we have cumin, sorry, I can never say it. Yeah, so that's just the very simple seasonings that we're going to be using in the soup. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of curry powder, which I don't have here right now, but I'll show you in one sec. Okay, so here it is, the curry powder that I'm going to use, just a little bit of that. And yeah, just again, very, very simple ingredients, nothing fancy, but it's going to be a hearty meal. It's going to be really healthy, and we're going to keep it oil free so that we can lower that calorie density of the meal. Because if we're going to add tons of oil to the soup, then it's not going to be as healthy anymore, and it's going to be loaded with extra unnecessary calories. So let's get to it. So I'm just putting these little clips on just to keep the heat in, and then yeah, I'm going to do the same thing to this one, open it up, put the hot water in, and allow it to sit for 12 minutes. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and voice over just a little suggestion. I used 2 boxes, but honestly, 1 was perfectly good enough. 2 made it a little bit too thick, and I ended up having to add a little bit of water because it really thickened up as it sat in the Instant Pot. So I would suggest use just 1 of them, and it's 119 grams for the whole box, or just use that much of shredded potato, and I think that that would be definitely sufficient, and it will even save even more money because you're not using 2 boxes, you're actually just using the 1. So yeah, that's my suggestion unless you like super, super thick soup. I found it a little too thick, although other people enjoyed it the way it was. I would prefer it to be a little bit less thick. So I'm just going to wait the 12 minutes, and then I can drain the excess water and then use that in my recipe. Okay, so these are the cloves of garlic that I'm going to use, and these are from a local farmer. And like, it's so fresh, so amazing. Like, this clove is absolutely beautiful. Anybody else get really excited about really good produce? And I love the fact that I'm getting it straight from the farmer. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water, maybe like a couple tablespoons in the bottom, and that should be it. So I'm going to start sauteing the garlic and the oregano and the chili flakes. Okay, so the garlic is in there. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of the dry oregano and half of a teaspoon of the chili flakes and give that a mix. I love the saute function on the Instant Pot. You can literally do everything in one pot. This is honestly the best thing ever. I have 2 sizes. This is the really big one, and I use them for different reasons. And you know, like because I'm making soup, I'm going to make it in this big one, but I do use my Instant Pots like every single day. At least one of them is used. I absolutely love it. Obviously, I don't work with InstantPot. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just telling you guys that if you're going to invest in something, this is the thing to invest in. So I'm going to use up these carrots. They're really quite small, so that's why I'm using so many. But if you have 2 large carrots, then that should be fine. But I'm going to peel these and just chop them up because we're going to add that to the garlic that is sauteing and the herbs. And that way we can kind of soften down this carrot mixture as well. Okay, so I'm sauteing again, and I added in all those chopped up carrots. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more water just to get that going. Okay, so I put all my seasonings in here, and really there's not that many, but I showed you earlier, just very staple things that I'm going to be throwing in here, but you can add whatever you prefer. So I already have the oregano in there, and I already have the chili flakes with the garlic that's sauteing and the carrots. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of paprika, and then I have a tablespoon of onion powder in here, and then half of a tablespoon of cumin. I think cumin is how you say it. And then I also have half of a tablespoon of the curry powder. So that's what I'm throwing in here right now, and then I'm going to re-season it later to make sure that it's seasoned to my liking. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add the salt later on when I'm serving it versus right now. Okay. So that's it. 2 cups. Okay, so I have all the split peas in there, and then I was a 1/4 cup short of the split peas because I wanted 2 cups. So I just added some brown lentils in there. You won't even notice it, but yeah, 2 cups of split peas is what I normally put in there. I was just a little bit short. Now we can go ahead and add the potatoes in the water. Okay, so this is what the potatoes look like, and then you're just going to drain any excess water, and then sometimes if you let it sit for too long, it's actually going to absorb everything. But yeah, it's just the dehydrated shredded potatoes. It's so handy to have, and Costco had them. So I'm just going to throw them right into the Instant Pot, and that's going to be my potatoes for my recipe. So there's a little bit of a shortcut hack for those of you that are in a pinch and need to make something quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some water now. Sorry, the lighting is a little bit crazy in here, but this is what it looks like. So I've got everything in there, and I added the water. Our seasonings are already there. Just, you know, very simple ingredients, but they're all hearty and healthy, and they're going to nourish your body and make you feel really full. And you don't need all the added oils or anything to make this soup because it's still going to be absolutely delicious. So if you wanted to, you could add broth. So you can do half water, half broth to add extra flavor. You can add everything but the bouillon. I don't like to add it into everything. I do use it. You guys see that I use it for my recipes, but I don't like to depend on it and get too used to using it all the time. So sometimes I just won't add any bouillon and it will still taste perfectly fine. So it really is up to you. You decide how flavorful you want it. And if you have veggie broth, then I recommend adding some of that, and that will add a lot of extra flavor and depth to your soup. So you can see where the markings are on the Instant Pot. It's not quite on the half mark, it's still under. I put 32 ounces of water in here, and this is the large, I don't even know how many quarts this is, but this is like the really big Instant Pot. So I am gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more water because I feel like it may need a little bit more. So hopefully I don't regret it, but yeah, I added like maybe another half a cup. So yeah, let's see how that goes. I'll mix it up and then I will put it on the soup setting and let it do its thing. So here is the soup setting. Gonna add that. and just allow it to cook up slowly, and I will let it naturally release. And then I'm going to see if I want to puree half of it, which I might actually puree half of it, and that way it's not so chunky. So let's see how it turns out, and then I'll decide what I want to do, or if I want it more like a stew and have it thicker. So yeah, you just kind of go about your day and let your Instant Pot do it all. Okay, so this is how it turned out. I ended up pureeing half of it, and I did leave a little bit of texture because I wanted a little bit of the carrot to show through, but I did puree most of it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Very, very simple. Okay guys, well that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some inspiration for a nice warm and hearty meal. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel if you like quick and easy recipes that are still healthy and delicious. And if you like some wellness tips, then this might be a channel that you want to subscribe to. Thanks so much for the support and love as always. And if you can remember to give the video a like, it helps my channel tremendously. I really appreciate that as well. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in the next quick and easy recipe video. Take care, everyone.